While we're on right now, share this video. I have an interesting story. And this is the only place you're going to get this. Currently, WFLD put out a beautiful story about how Mendrick was running and this other guy, Phil Perez, nobody knows about. But they didn't put out a release about Joe Severino running. They are trying to prevent us from having dialogue and communication to incredible levels. So share this video. But long and short of it is, this Velo Jada, he was a consultant for Tal Martinez. He ran for coroner in Will County or Kane County. He had a young girl, his niece, living with him, who lost her father. Val's a bust out, just an unscrupulous individual. He was living with his campaign consultant like he did Chad Copy. He starts consulting people and then he goes and lives with them. And he stalks women and does all these weird things. And has literally never gotten a Republican elected. He talks about being a political operative. He doesn't get anybody elected. I've never seen, and nobody holds him accountable. There's no measurement of success. They just come out and lie. I'm the #1 consultant, but there's not one individual that he got elected. And what they do is they just punish and destroy these candidates along the way so they don't return and nobody hears about how terrible they are. Well, while he was living with this gentleman, the gentleman reached out to me and told me a story. I have the text that he was trying to marry this girl. She's like 13 or 14 years old, to stay in the country, or a plan of staying in the country, and putting his hands inside her undergarments. That's Velo Jada. So that's a guy that's attacking me, a literal pedophile, touching young girls, and he stalks women. He has a girlfriend, Amy, now that ran away from him, that he's stalking. There's a lot of threatening to cut women's heads off. And this is the guy that Richard Porter, Country Club Winnetka, Richard Porter relies on to be his bully. Same thing with Aaron Del Mar. What they do is when they get a tough voice that stands against them rigidly like I do to make them be compliant and do what the public believes they should be doing, they come after you. And when they do that, they come after you with all these weird criminals. Terry Newsom was an LGBTQ dancer in a bar. Now he's fighting against porn bugs. He sold cocaine, steroids, and hand grenades. He's a government informant, like literally wore a wire. And then he has these weirdos like William Rubel, aka Ed Anthony, online, do his dirty work so Terry doesn't get in trouble. Jim Lanham, literally a guy, he's 4'9" tall. He's threatening me that if I go to Will County, he's going to punch me in the face and I'm not going to be able to speak there and stop me from campaigning. That Velo Jada I told you about said he's bringing bail money with him and threatening my life at the state fair. So they're bullying old women, old Republican women in Southern Illinois, telling them that they'll burn their house down if they let me speak at an event. And imagine this, I'm telling you, he's telling people that these old ladies, a widow by the way, if they let Joe speak, they're going to burn her house down. That's how horrific this environment is. And the more someone has a voice and tries to fight for people, the more adversarial they become. But again, there's a story, instead of being scattered and, telling stories across the board, it's going to be concise with an honest through line that's easy to follow, little snapshots of these individuals and sub-stories about them, connecting everything, and why it's crucial that we rid them from our party. It's going to be very difficult to win a Republican seat with the individuals that are getting paid by Democrats to stop us from having conversations and success. They're there to insulate the incumbencies of Democrats. So that's what's happening. There's a lot going on here, boy. Go ahead.
Do you have more questions?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Tell me your thoughts about this. Please respond with your thoughts. What does it say? Oh yeah, of course, they would call me a Democrat. You know what liberals do. They accuse you of doing what they're doing.
Tier 2 retirement, what are your thoughts on giving everyone back to Tier 1?
We have a plan in Ranch, our lieutenant governor, who I think you're going to love. He's awesome, absolutely awesome, genius with numbers. He was an executive with Mobil Oil, Chase Manhattan, J.P. Morgan Bank. He led the Basel Committee with the Department of Treasury. There has been no better or stronger lieutenant governor, I literally say this with honesty, in the history of Illinois. Go ahead.
Let's see.
And then when people talk about, there's the guy that's 4'9" that I told you, he was also trying to sleep and intoxicate young women. We have the texts. On August 28th, he's going before a judge because he's abusing elderly people with harassment. We're going to be there.
I'm just wondering who the people that are anti-Semitic and the pedophiles.
Okay, so the pedophile is Jim Lanham. Jim Lanham, okay, I wish I had a photo of. Maybe I'll just, I'm going to do a video about this. He's literally like this tall, number one. Number two, he looks like he's from the land of Oz. Very odd individual. He batters and fights with women. He's got a disgusting mouth and demeanor about him. But mostly the way he has all these different screen names that we're going to bring to court on August 28th as a friend of the court and with an attorney for someone he's been harassing, that we're going to sponsor. My campaign is going to sponsor. We have to rid the party of these people and call them out. These are illegal criminals. That's what's happening here. So this individual was trying to give alcohol to a 17-year-old girl when he was like 26 years old, have intimate times with her while intoxicating her. I mean, this is what you're dealing with. So you have Jim Lanham, you have Emily Cahill, who's an ex-criminal, all these, Val Ojeda, Terry Newsom, this Anthony, William Rubel. There's only like 7 of them in Illinois. They're the people that are being weaponized. There's an article out there how they're weaponizing the mentally ill. And I believe these are some of those individuals. Or they're just criminally insane.
A lot about property taxes.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Val Ojeda, he is he tells everyone that he's a veteran. He's not a veteran. Oh, and Michael Scornavaco, let's not forget this character. He looks like he came out of like a Disney movie where he was like, what's that guy's name? He looks like the physical representation of like that Goonie character. And then they sit there for a half an hour with Terry Newsom in his hair plugs and talk about what an odd individual I am for, 45 minutes on a show that literally 2 people watch. And by the way, thank you. Share this video. Please share this video. Here's an interesting thing. So Terry Newsom, he had all his Facebook accounts taken down. Literally on X right now, on Twitter, if he puts up a post, it's like 2 people even like it. He's been rendered so he's so ostracized by the Republican community because he was threatening to beat up a woman in a wheelchair. I intervened and called him out on it. And then that's when he had these William Rubels from the Tile Center, I believe, is where he worked or did work, where these individuals came out to attack me because I'm calling them out. I want the public to be safe of these individuals. Go ahead.
Safety Act and taxes.
Okay, so the Safety Act on day 1, we are removing. Here's the good stuff. The Safety Act, we're removing that on day 1. It's unconstitutional. We give up certain rights we have in Illinois according to our Constitution in order for others to do the same. I'm not going to go out there and commit crimes against you or put you in harm in a reciprocation of you doing the same for me. Well, Governor Pritzker, with the Safety Act, is disallowing, is causing criminals to breach that agreement when we have no recourse. So what we're going to do is eliminate it on day 1 without question. Go ahead.
Tell me why I should vote for you.
So please vote for me for this purpose. You are going to have an authentic individual with a great biography that knows how to navigate in the most turbulent scenarios. I can walk into our state capitol and get things done. They're talking about having a policy expert, Ted Dabrowski. Wait till you see this guy. He's like a shorter version of Jeb Bush. Listening to him speak is like watching paint dry. And because the cronies aren't going to make money from me, they have to get somebody they could raise money off at the top of the ballot. So all these phony consultants and cronies can make money. I'm not allowing it, so they need somebody else to do that. Ted couldn't do that. Imagine Ted is the guy. Imagine a freshman the first day of high school getting bounced around in the hallway by a bunch of seniors. That's how he would be in the hallway of the Capitol. Me, I'm going to go in there and part it like the Red Sea. Everybody's going to start towing a line. Through executive order, we're going to get things done, and we have a sophisticated plan to put in action, and it's going to be spectacular for Illinois.
Are you cutting taxes?
We're cutting taxes. We are removing the burden of property taxes. They say it can't be done. We already know where the monies are. They say it can't be done because they don't want us taking the money from their cronies, but we're going to do just that. Income tax, we're lowering income tax. In the household, and it's going to be between, we started out with 750, but it's going to be between 500 and 750,000 combined income, net income. They won't be paying income taxes. So we're going to relieve the burden. We're going to bankrupt, restructure, and rescind some agreements that we have in order to make things work.
How do you feel about illegal immigrants getting financial aid and like free things?
Absolutely against it. Anyone here illegally is going back home. We are no longer. It's too much of a burden for our own citizens on our government. We're not going to allow those that don't pay into the system to benefit from it. They are going home, and we're no longer paying for them.
Someone said on day one, where have I heard that before? Don't buy this guy's BS.
Okay, so obviously that's someone that doesn't understand the philosophy of leadership. What I say is either going to be predicated upon my getting elected or not. As soon as the last individuals that might be getting in this race enter, we're putting out a very sophisticated plan publicly where we are the innovators of how we're going to lead Illinois in a new direction with opportunity, prosperity, constitutionally, safely. We're inspiring new business to come. We're going to repatriate old businesses. Our pensioners are coming back. We have great things that are going to be happening for Illinois.
Sanctuary state?
Sanctuary state gone day one. No longer will there be sanctuary states or cities, and crime is going to drop instantly. The city of Chicago is no longer going to be getting state funds if they don't get their act together, and we have a plan for that too. I can tell you this very confidently. Your